What is up, vinyl community? Doing a vinyl tag for 2019. This is the first time I've done one of these 20 question responses. I was challenged by a friend, JC, who did one. If he can do one, I can do one. So I'm just gonna jump right into it and show you my best find for 2018. This is a mega score for me. This is David Gilmour's Live and Dance. It's a 5 LP set. It's just killer. And I'm not sure if I'm right or not, but I think this was Richard Wright's last concert, and I know he did the backup vocals or the antagonist vocals for Comfortably Numb on this. But this completed my David Gilmour studio discography, and it's just an amazing find for 2018, by far the best. And there was had a lot of good finds, a lot of great releases in 2018. This is an example of one of the LPs inside. So excellent concert, has a really nice booklet inside with the history and some other things like that. I'm going to save the shout outs for VC channels who deserve more subs for the end of the video, and I'm just going to go right through this. Holes I'm looking to fill in the collection. So I actually went through into my Discogs and had probably 500 or more albums in my want list, and I deleted them all, and I have 0. I didn't want to live in a perpetual state of wanting albums and always looking and checking to see prices, so I do that enough already. So what I try to do is just balance my purchases. I try and buy a new album one month, or a new album and a used one, or just kind of continually hunt for the things that I'm looking for, whether it's metal, jazz, or like 70s hard and heavy. So the big mega grails that I need to fill in holes in the collection would be Judas Priest. I'm only 2 albums away from having all of them on vinyl, and that's Demolition and Jugulator. Just not willing to pay the amount that they're going for, because they're good albums, but they're not great albums, and they're certainly I thought they were too much at $100, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, and now they're at $250 and up. So those will just have to sit on the market until they come down in price. Anyway, also MegaJeff Cryptic Writings. That's that one, Risk, and World Needs a Hero, the only ones I'm missing. However, World Needs a Hero is getting a February reissue along with The System Has Failed. So if that's new news to you, go in there and put your pre-orders in. I was going to let that little secret out in my MegaJeff video, which is coming up next. Still getting geared up for the MegaJeff video, but wanted to get this one in first. But yeah, MegaJeff Cryptic Writings, that would be killer. Always looking to fill in holes like with hip-hop, new album, and jazz classics and things like that. Cheap albums that are really good. So I would just recommend you guys hit the record stores. If you don't have a record store close to you, plan a trip to one, save up a little bit of money, and go in with the idea to save money and pick up some albums. I think that's the best way to go. Go and hit the dollar bins, and you're going to find some really good stuff. So favorite side project. So with the favorite side project album, I eliminated any bands that broke up and then started a new band afterwards. And I also eliminated any super groups that weren't necessarily like a full-on side project. That took me down to 2 things. Probot, which I can't say is my favorite because I like Probot, but I can't say they're a favorite because I don't know all their songs. So I went with Gorillaz. This was started by the guy in Blur. Brit pop band Blur split off and did Gorillaz. When this came out in 2000, the combination of the cartoon art along with the band, what a fantastic artistic concept, and I also like the music as well. So I just picked Gorillaz Plastic Beach for this one. So I really do enjoy Gorillaz. I'd like to get some more on wax, but yeah, like Gorillaz, one of my favorite side projects. Song that from an artist that's uncharacteristic. ACDC, you know, 20-some albums, 400-some albums, 2,000 songs, all of them relatively the same. And I love them for that. I love ACDC. I have their whole discography on vinyl. Why that's important, I don't know, but I like the band, love ACDC. But I wanted to pick Ride On, actually off of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. It also fit perfectly with the movie that went along with this, the Stephen King movie. But Ride On. The song is great. I liked the song back then when I first heard it on this soundtrack, and I still listen to it today. Bon Scott on vocals. Ride On is a very uncharacteristic song from AC/DC. Great pick for this answering these 20 questions, and it's a good song. I don't mind. I like it. I'm not a ballad hater. All right, I think the next one here is, what is the last album you purchased? This just showed up in the mail. I got a tip from Greeno. VC member, hasn't made a video in a while, but he's got a great archive of albums, great archive of videos still available. So if you're newer to the VC, go check out Greeno22. Amazing killer rock metal new album, and that's what this band is too. Way Beyond the Night even has Night in the just like Def Leppard's first album, so this reminds me of a little bit of early Def Leppard. Judas Priest, new album. This is KARRIER, heavy metal band from England. This came out in 1985. I'm new to this group. I've only spun this once and I loved it. It just puts all the fun back into listening. This has, what, how many songs? 6, 7, 8, 9 songs, a demo, and some other tracks. This is just great heavy metal. New album vibe, but just a lot of fun to listen to. Great riffs. Pretty cool. I think they recently reformed, is what I wanted to say. And I think they're going to go on tour, release a new album. I'm not sure, but they've recently got back together and then did this reissue. Check out KARRIER if you like that new album sound. Thinly produced 80s metal. A lot of fun to listen to. Album cover, great album. So I almost put Exodus in here, Bonded by Blood, because the cover is just, I think it's bad, but it's also so bad it might be great. So I put that one to the side. Wanted to stick with the 70s heavy, hard and heavy theme here. This is Flower Traveling Band. This is their first album, Anywhere. So it does have some cover songs on it, but they don't have any cover on. The cover of this album is these guys from the band riding motorcycles naked. I hope they don't lay a motorcycle down. That is going to be painful. But not only with this packaging, but great album. Not only with this packaging do you get the cover there, they also felt it necessary to go ahead and do a photograph print inside, and then it's on the label of the record as well. So you get it all over the place. But no, this is a really good album. I even like their cover songs. They do Black Sabbath. I know they do a King Crimson cover, 21st Century Schizoid Man, House of the Rising Sun. Really good 70s hard and heavy. This is the Record Store Day reissue on white vinyl, but nothing like their second album, Satori, with a killer cover art, killer album. Good cover art, bad album. I'm gonna skip that one. Could be your favorite record, you know. And a lot of times I make sure I don't really keep any bad albums. I like all the stuff that I have, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip that question. Blues album. So if you guys aren't familiar, Jack White produced a small miniseries. I say small because I think it's 3 episodes, but it might even be 3 hours of content, so it's not that small. But American Epic, if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. He produced this and went back and did a documentary on early Americana music, with some of the earliest recordings ever put to a lathe, with a cutting lathe in the 30s, late 20s, 30s, early 30s. And I happened to pick up the blues. This is they had the Best of the Blues album, and then you can go through on Third Man Records. You can go and check it out. They break this down. You can get individual blues artists. You can get this compilation album, as well as for country and a couple other. There's a couple other ones available. But if I'm going to show a blues album, why not show this? Talk about the documentary. I think it's on Amazon Prime or Netflix, one of the two. But this has Robert Johnson on it. I'll talk about him in a minute. Tommy Johnson. Don't forget about Tommy Johnson. In some sources I've read that Robert Johnson got the whole Meeting the Devil at the Crossroads, selling his soul to play guitar for guitar lessons from Tommy Johnson. So I don't know if that's how that shakes out. Son House is on here. Blind Willie Johnson. I mean, this is just a killer compilation. Show a blues album, show a compilation, get more blues artists out there. That's really nice, high quality Third Man Records pressing, keeping vinyl alive. Earworm Song. I'm gonna go with Do You Like Pina Coladas?
If you like pina coladas.
You're welcome for that. Next question is historically important artist. Keeping in line with Robert Johnson and the blues, I'm just going to go with Robert Johnson. I know it's an easy pick or a safe pick. So many historical figures in the history of music. But I went with this. I could also show a 10-inch too. This was recently reissued by Record Store on Record Store Day, Black Friday. I was really excited to hunt this down because I thought it would look great sitting on my Edison player. That looks cool, doesn't it? It looks like just what it looked like in the mid-30s if you happen to pick up Robert Johnson and had it sitting on your Victrola player. Now, a couple things wrong with that picture. The Edison does not play, only plays Edison disc, but I thought the 10-inch on there looks pretty good. Hopefully nobody comes down and plays this because this is supposed to be played on a normal record player. But it has Crossroads on one side, Rambling on My Mind on the other. Awesome 10-inch with the Vocal Lion. I hope I'm saying that right. The Vocal Lion label. Parents, record you purchased because of your parents. I didn't know if that meant because your parents influenced you in one way or another and you bought records because of that. I would say a lot of my albums would be a result of that, whether it's Bob Seger, Queen, you know, the classics, all the classic rock. Dad had jazz records, so he gave me that jazz, you know, George Benson and Doc Severinsen and those kind of things. So my parents had a small record collection I listened to as a kid. I still have some of those today. This is one of them, Queen's first album. I always like to listen to Keep Yourself Alive. Okay, best dollar bin find. Not trying to be snobby, I won't go in the dollar bins a lot. Just because a lot of the stuff is beat up or there's just not enough time to look at everything, or as soon as I walk in the record store I've got 2 or 3 records and I'm at my budget max already. Probably the reason I should be in the dollar bins more often. But went to a Porch Record Fair, record dealer here, record shop owner, Brett at Spoonful Records had a porch sale. Sold off all of his stuff, and some BC members came out there. I know Kat was out there, Branton was out there, Eli came out there. But picked up this Taiwanese Machine Head, Deep Purple's Machine Head. I thought this was pretty cool for $1. I'm probably not going to play it, but I guess they issued these bootlegs in Taiwan in the late 60s to early 70s to U.S. servicemen who were in the area. So I thought that was a pretty cool, let's see where its focus is there. Pretty cool dollar find, just went with that one. Not a lot of dollar records. Favorite double album, I just went another easy route. But I did pick my Nautilus pressing of Allman Brothers. Robert Z did a recent video of Nautilus pressings. That was pretty good. But this is probably one of my favorite double albums. I mean, I could have picked Made in Japan, Blue Oyster Cult. I mean, there's so many double albums out there. I think I just took the easy route, but I picked a great one. Recently played this, so I can still listen to this all the way through. It was either that or Made in Japan. I don't know. I was just trying to think of it. Something quick. Album you learned about from the VC. So I want to go with there would be no 70s hard and heavy if it wasn't for the vinyl community. So I just want to give props there and credit there. Someone showed either this, could have been St. Anthony's Fire, spelled with a Y. I think that may have been the first 70s hard and heavy that I heard of, where I started to dig deeper than Iron Butterfly and Cactus and those kind of things, and discovering the Sir Lord Baltimore's, Granicus, and the list goes on and on, Leaf Hound, and then finding those and discovering those and starting to read and learn about that is what started the 70s Hard and Heavy series, which everybody loves. So I love doing that. That's a lot of fun. So I just throw that right back at the VC. 7-inch record. I just want to promote Colemine Records really quickly. Colemine Records, you can go to their website. You can go to platinumrecords.com or Colemine Records. On YouTube, you can go on YouTube. You can't go wrong. Not only are they affordable 45s, if you want to sample the music, you can listen to it on YouTube. You can't go wrong with anything that they release is great. Whether it's funk, soul, it's a lot of retro soul. This happens to be Ben Pirani with Dreamin's for Free. Love this track. It's smooth, it glides, it kind of has that old Motown soul sound, and it just kind of bringing back that sound. So check out Colemine Records. Their 7-inches are really cool. They have a lot of different color pressings. If you get there, get on top of the sales early. So that 7-inch record could help me promote that. Favorite album to sleep to? You know, I just realized I haven't listened to music to fall asleep to since I was a teenager. I remember whatever CDs I listened to back then or tapes to fall asleep to. I don't do that anymore. Favorite VC experience. So by far, a lot of people are replying, talking about the VC meetups and friendships that they formed outside of the VC or because of the VC. Same for me. You know, I've formed some really close relationships with people outside of the VC that's going to be long lasting. That's really cool. Also, a lot of friends that I made that we correspond outside of the YouTube. A lot of correspondence and phone calls and half a dozen meetups, VC meetups that I've been able to do over the last 7 years. That is by far the best experience. And they are rare. There's not going to be, you know, I don't think you're going to meet 25 or 30 or 40, 50 people through this. But 3, 4, or 5 close friends and correspondence and networking at my age. I'm in my 40s, early 40s, and networking and meeting new friends just doesn't happen. You kind of have your high school friends and early 20s friends, and then I got married and I settled down, and you don't do the friend thing as much. And so it's really cool to have this second round of friends and be able to engage and do things and bring another level of excitement and texture and enhancement to your life. Exploring and sharing this obsession we call vinyl and this passion that we all have for music. So that is by far the best experience out of the vinyl community. Okay, advice to others contemplating making videos. Okay, so yeah, I do the production and all that kind of stuff, but I would agree with Randy, Deadwack66. He said, just turn the camera on and shoot the video and put it out there. Just do it. That's the best step forward. Just turn the camera on and share things. If you like production or you like the way I present and produce videos, leave a comment below, and I'll share whatever you want to know with you. I think the channels that I appreciate most are the people that are passionate about music. If it was advice I would give, I would say don't start a channel just because this is a trend, or maybe a trend gets you into it and you stick with it, but don't do it for the wrong reasons. Do it for all the right reasons. And in my opinion, the right reasons would be you're passionate about music. You want to hang on to these, you want to build a collection that says something about who you are and where you've been, not for any kind of investment into the future. I don't think vinyl records, purchasing them as an investment is a good idea. You'll find that if you want a record, you're paying high prices if you want to sell it, and not so many people want to buy it. I'm not saying buying and selling is wrong or anything if that's what you want to do. I found it very tiring. I don't like selling records. I did a couple record fairs, and I'm not going to do anymore. I'm just really not interested in doing it anymore. But I want to make one more point about that. Oh, I was going to say, don't buy a record just to get on camera and show it. Don't go buy a whole record collection so you can do this. Hey, I got this great this mega load of records, and just to do that for the sake of it. Now, if you get the mother load and you want to celebrate that in a video, I think that's fine. But I wouldn't go out and invest your money just to do it to get views or to get attention, because you're going to be let down. You're going to be stuck with records you don't like, and you're going to be disappointed with your view count or your subscriber count and think, well, why do I need to do? What do I need to do? And then you're going out and investing a lot of money into something that you're doing just to be involved in like a popularity contest. I don't know. That would be wrong reasons in my opinion. So right reasons: you love music, you want to build this record collection because you enjoy listening to music on the vinyl format, and start hitting the record button and sharing those videos with us. All right, I think that is just about it. I hope I didn't miss any questions. So the shout out to other VC channels who deserve more subs. So every single person that's out there in the vinyl community deserves more subs and more views. We support each other by viewing and occasionally commenting. That's how it works. So if you want to take it to the next level and participate, I find myself limited. I do have a lot of subscribers. You get limited with your time, so I don't participate in contests as much, or VCLT. I think that stuff is great, but I'm kind of like pulling back with that to have a better balance of YouTube and life. So I just kind of stay focused on my spotlight videos instead of trying to do less of the show and tell, more spotlight videos or documentaries and things like that. So anyway, starting to ramble. What I do want to say is check out your favorite channels. Go down and scroll down to the comments. Right click on the different channels that you're not familiar with, and then go through. That's how I find new subscribers. But if I was going to give a shout out, I jotted down some names here. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I did feel like this is an opportunity to give some shout outs. So whether or not I'm leaving somebody out, at least I'm helping promote somebody. So these I think these should be about 350, 400 subscribers or less. Many of these are much less, and then they're new to the vinyl community. Some of them are not. One person that's been doing videos for a while that I wanted to highlight is OriginalPressings. There's no space between original or pressings. It's capital ORIGINAL, capital PRESSINGS, OriginalPressings. Go check his channel out. They're a minute long, 30 seconds long, 2 minutes long, or less. I always check out his videos, and it's a great channel. I don't know why he doesn't have more subscribers, so check out OriginalPressings. Headbanging Zulu UK, check out that channel. China Ditch Records, Motor Rick 247, MegaJeff McRocmack, MegaJeff, one word, space McRocmack. Check out your friendly neighborhood metalhead, Bip Bop Boom. Talk about charisma. I wish I had more charisma. Yeah, I'm fine in front of the camera or whatever, the personality thing, but the charisma, I wish I had more charisma. And I think that's just something that you're born with. You either have it or you don't. But MetalBen's Chronicles, he's coming back this year with a new attitude about how he wants to deliver videos more positive. L.E. Lisa, check out that channel. Sounds Strange, Kiss Meets the Podcast. Dan Powers, Hippiedjkit, War God 60, massive amounts of music on his channel. He's always hauling in a lot of stuff. If you like rock and metal, check out War God 60. Ozzy 68,000. H2 Vinyl has a contest, I think, ending soon. Blackmore Rules. How in the world does he not have more subs? Greg the Egg he just pours himself into his channel. Very entertaining, doing the weather reports and singing customized songs for people, just singing his guts out right there in his basement, or doing concerts. All these guys are great additions to make this community very rich. Rock Metal Fiend, Fairly Secret Music, Michigan Record Club, Robbie Harrison 2.0, Luke Siam, SCIOM, Tunes from the Man Cave, Grown Man Record Night, Rock Metal Fiend, I think I said that twice, Jolly Roger, JOLLY space ROGER, check out Jolly Roger. JC in Miami, long-time commenter, first-time poster, and the reason why I made this video, Gara Patero Rules, so check out GARAPATERORULEZ, check that channel out. Spinning the Black Circle, a lot of results for Pearl Jam are going to come up. But Spinning the Black Circle, type in Vinyl Community after that, should narrow down the search. Cosmic Vinyl, Enrod 66, Julian Lopez, Mr. VCLT himself, Walgreens. All right, never mind. That was a note for me to stop at Walgreens and get a prescription. Anyway, Permanent Waves, Jam on Vinyl, Smokestack Records, Static Traveler, Vinyl Transmission. How does he not have more? Been in the vinyl community for a long time. Some of these guys aren't really like after subs, but hey, you know, I noticed that they had either 400 or less. And here we go. The Vinyl Verse, just a few more. Thanks for hanging in there. Bad English Rex, Mr. Hands. Darcy, 6 Strings, 9 Lives. Farley's Nerd Cave, kind of a relaunch of this channel. I think that's all the ones that I got that I can see right now. And I know the video is going a little bit long. Whew, take a breath, Corey. See, that's what editing's for. So there you go. Turn the camera on, did a vinyl tag 2019. You're it.
If you like me, and getting caught in